All right, hello everybody. My name is Master Chen.
My name is BGM.
This is Doxy.
And I am Richard Satchel.
And you are either watching or listening to Greynoise.
Yay.
All right, everybody, welcome to Greynoise, the podcast where we're about to debate pizza, but we'll get to that. This is episode 140. We are here at the Sin Shop because it is Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Like always, 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Go to sinshop.org for more information on our hackerspace here in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace, that is. And go to meetup.com/sinshop for information on events that we have coming up. Speaking of which, I have a physical paper here. Yeah, we don't usually get this, but it was sent in by one of our viewers, listeners, and we all know her as Jing. The Sin Shop will be hosting a Sciences Everywhere fair here on Sunday, April 29th. So that's not this coming Sunday, that's next Sunday. And that's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Next Sunday.
This is so weird, because I want to look over there and be like, Doxy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But you're right here. This is super weird.
We're going to explain everything.
This hasn't happened in 5 years.
We're going to explain everything. That is
true.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's always been to your left. All right, so for more information on us as a podcast, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. We spell it the British way. It's a Swedish domain. We haven't talked shit about Sweden, so we're all in the clear.
Not as far as Sweden knows.
Hey, let's keep it that way. All right. So, how was everybody's week?
Good. Not too shabby. A lot of work, a lot of synth stuff, a lot of modular synth.
Did you say synth stuff?
Synth. SYNTH.
Okay.
Revenge of the Synth.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Okay. No, I tried to make it, didn't work.
It was all right.
Well, you tried.
Not as bad as my usual jokes, right?
You tried real hard.
Okay.
It's early. Give it time.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? What about you guys?
Well, we did some gaming finally. By finally, I mean I joined.
Oh yeah,
in.
Sunday night, right?
Yeah, we played some PUBG,
Fine,
in which
yeah.
I got my first 4 kills ever in that game.
Nice.
I don't kill anybody in that game. I just run and follow you guys and just claim rank.
You're a body. That's all we need.
I'm fodder.
I also downloaded my Google data. So you know how you can download your Facebook data?
Yeah.
I downloaded my Google data.
They have a lot more, right?
They have a lot more. So my Facebook data was like 30-something megs, and that was mostly just backups of my pictures of my albums.
Mm-hmm.
My Google data was just shy of 200 gigs.
Holy.
And
I can believe it.
Yeah, it took 4 hours after I requested it to get the actual link, and it was in like 35 parts.
God.
Whoa. How'd they give it to you?
I opted to get like everything Google has on me, and that included every video I've ever uploaded to YouTube, which is why it was so large.
Okay.
When I took out the videos, it was about 12 gigs, but that's still a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still haven't sifted through all the stuff yet, but so next week I hope to like talk about what Google's got on me.
Can you also give me that link so I can download my Google data?
It's called what was it called? It's got a weird name. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay.
So while BGM is going on that, I will say that I know that we don't have a lot of sports fans in here.
Sorry.
It's called what?
It's called Takeout.
Takeout. It's called Takeout.
Yeah, so takeout.google.com.
Yep. I'll throw it up in
That's
the
why I
chat.
was like, it's got a weird name. So I'll put a link. You got it.
So Richard Satchel is linking that into our Discord link,
Yes.
our Discord channel.
So sorry. So when you go to takeout.google.com, it has a list of everything. You can select none or select a few, and it goes through like, do you want your plus ones, everything you plus one on Google Plus? Do you want your bookmarks, your calendar stuff, anything in your drive, all files in your drive? Do you want every one you've ever paid in Google Pay, all your Google Photos, your Play Music? It doesn't give you the stuff you uploaded in Play Music. It just shows you the stuff you uploaded in Play Music, as far as I know.
Okay.
All your Hangouts messages, all of your emails, everything. You can opt to have a backup of it or not.
What about the stuff that you deleted in your Hangouts?
Deleted. That's funny.
Well, I thought I'd ask.
This is the internet. So
if
you guys want to see, like, it's just toggles, and you toggle what you want in the archive and what you don't want in the archive.
Okay. Also, do you make it a point to delete stuff from your Hangouts?
I mean, there are certain things like messages and
Dick pictures.
Yeah.
duck pics.
Duck pics.
Hey man, you gotta explain to me.
Do you want to see my?
Did you just
No.
correct yourself?
No, duck pics, like literal duck pics. You want to see my duck pics?
No.
I'll show you later.
On every level, no. Every level of whatever.
They're
that means,
pictures
no.
of my rubber duck. I'm serious. It's duck pics.
which
Dude,
might be
I
even
don't want to
weirder.
see your ducking duck pics.
Yeah, what a weird autocorrect.
I feel like that might be even more weird if you do legitimately have like folders full of duck pictures, rubber ducks and
You
whatnot.
think that'd be more weird than dick pics?
Yep, 100%. I don't think I'm alone in this.
Who thinks it would be weird to have duck pics?
Like
would be weird.
Okay, so
albums,
we got one hand in the
like
audience.
albums of duck pictures.
I think
That is
both
weird.
are kind of weird.
Yeah, in
Like,
their own unique ways.
Yeah.
One of these is self-love. One is something weird. Okay, that's all I'm gonna
I like
say.
I can see
Ducks.
that. Yeah.
Hey man, I get it. You like what you like. That's cool.
You like them? Like them?
No, I don't like them.
Oh, I
just-
don't know.
I like rubber
I'm not
ducks.
judging. I'm just saying. You know.
Okay.
I used to play on the furry servers on TF2.
Which
you know,
is
so I'm-
funny because there was a
The
dude.
RP furry servers. Yeah.
right?
There's a dude on Reddit, and now I'm suspicious that it's you. I think. His
Oh
name-
yeah, I know the guy you're talking
Right.
about.
No,
I think
know the guy
his
you're
name was like Rubber Duck.
No,
Dude,
it's
or-
I think it's like fucks with ducks or
Fucks
something
with
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, fucks with ducks.
Okay, no,
And
that's not me. I'm not that-
He
no.
paid to have a porn made featuring rubber ducks. So
Really?
now we gotta talk afterwards.
Further proof that
No, that's
money
really
will
not
buy
me.
you anything on the internet.
Hey man, if you
Rule
if you
34.
if the porn doesn't exist, you can make it
Yeah.
for the low price of whatever they charge.
Wow.
I don't know.
So yeah, all of your Hangouts, all of your Google Plus pages, everything in your Google Keep, all of your location history,
Yeah.
like everything you can view. So I'm kind of nervous to see what they have
Yeah.
taking away all the crazy padded media. They still have 12 gigs of stuff on me, so I've got to go through it and then I'll report back next week on the
Yeah.
show.
I was
mean,
gonna say.
it's crazy.
I was gonna say I'm interested to know like what location data they have on me because I never have my location turned on, but I do because I use GPS to get
If you turn
literally
on
everywhere.
and if you turn on Wi-Fi, they've
Also
got
that, yeah.
that's part of their
Yeah, yeah.
location tracking.
So
as well.
you know, I take that back. Just kidding. Whatever I said.
You don't even have to connect to the Wi-Fi. If you turn it
If
on
it-
and it's
if it
searching for
pings-
signals,
If it
yeah.
pings the
Yeah.
whatever they're called.
Google knows.
Google knows.
It's really handy for doing your timesheet, though. I was definitely here at this time.
Look, Google says I was here. That's why I was, dude.
There you go.
That's an alibi. It's like a double-edged sword.
Well,
Yeah.
This what's go ahead.
I was just going to say, BGM mentioned Takeout. Richard Satchel has linked that into our live stream channel on Discord. And if you don't know how to connect with us on Discord, go to our site. It's on there, Greynoise. Chat with us. That's where I was going with that. All right, what were you saying, Doxy?
I was gonna say something about Lost in Space, but I don't remember now, so we can move past it.
Okay,
So 1960s show, 2000s
It is
era
now-
movie,
it's
and
now
now a Netflix series.
Yeah, and so far it's good.
Did
One
you-
episode in,
Is
Okay.
oh you've only seen one.
only
I was
seen
going
an
to say, is
episode.
every episode got a Danger Will Robinson moment?
in the first episode, there was a Danger Will Robinson moment. Spoiler alert.
well, I think that was not a
I
spoiler.
don't think
great.
that's a
Now it's
spoiler.
all
That was an
ruined.
inevitability.
I feel like that's the only thing I remember from the original.
yeah. I don't remember
But the
anything
first
else.
episode was an hour, so buckle in.
Okay, I'm buckled in.
That's it.
All right. So now this week, our topic is the Internet of Things. Now, really quickly, before we get into that, I don't want to make this a third week Facebook thing. I do, however, want to say I think it's hilarious to see Congress men and women and senators trying to grill Mr.
Jesus.
Zuckerberg on
How many
the way
categories
the
of
platform
information
works.
on one
Yeah.
hand, it
I
is
found that
hilarious.
He's got to raise his booster seat every time he gets a question fielded to him.
But well, to me, that I didn't care about that. I mean, like I didn't know that he was that short, and again, I don't care.
He seems like
but
it's all
it was
good.
crazy. Like when you see those sound bites of just the senators and the congressmen being like, exactly like you were saying earlier.
How many categories of information do you store on Facebook? Like he's just like, what?
or like I don't know if it was I don't know where he was from. He was or if he was a senator or a congressman, but he was like talking about WhatsApp and encryption.
Yeah,
he said
when I'm emailing in the WhatsApp, and let's say I'm talking about Black Panther, if I'm emailing in the WhatsApp, does me talking about Black Panther cause me to get banner ads about Black Panther?
And then Zuckerberg straight up said, Senator, it's encrypted. We don't see that content.
And he's like, that's not what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is when I'm emailing in the WhatsApp, just a whole. It's hilarious on one hand, but on the other hand,
it's kind of sad.
It's just,
terrifying. I feel
yeah,
like.
it kind of illuminated how much
out of touch.
Yeah, how little senators know about what encryption is, and how they're so afraid of it without knowing really what it is.
Not even. Do you say encryption?
Yeah.
Not even encryption. Technology as a whole, and it's embarrassing to come so unprepared for something like that.
We have such an old Congress. I feel like that's part of the reason.
Well, but this is nothing new. I mean, you know the internet is a series of tubes. You know where that comes from, right?
Yeah.
That's Ted Stevens in Alaska.
Yeah.
You know, who's for some reason was the head of the communications or something like that. I can't remember what committee he was head of.
Yeah,
but
it just
don't remember off the top of my head.
Well, I didn't do it.
Again,
it's
on this topic. I'm going to share one of my favorite pictures ever. That was uploaded to Reddit. A Reddit user photoshopped it, posting it into our live stream chat on Discord.
Yeah, I saw it. Thanks, BGM.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently Zuckerberg looked an awful lot like Lieutenant Commander Data.
Yeah, he
and
did.
so somebody photoshopped him as Data, but his name is Mr. Data Accumulator.
Nice.
So again, unless anybody has any last comments on it.
No, I mean just beating a dead horse, but it's really embarrassing. It's supposed to be this whole thing about grilling Zuckerberg on their use and like the privacy of the citizens and whatnot, but it just turns into this dog and pony show about how I don't want to say dumb, but how misinformed our leadership is.
It's almost like they wanted to be taught.
Yeah.
Hey, whenever I click the internet button, it doesn't take me to the Google. Can you explain that?
How come my email doesn't load when I double click that E on my desktop?
Right.
Like
but even I think that ignorance is what saved the internet for a long time because they didn't know that it was a thing they should fuck with.
This is true. But
should we fuck with this? Well, I don't know.
I don't know what it is. That's something the kids are doing. Who cares?
Now in their like dying throes, they're like, we gotta wreck this. We gotta fuck all this up.
Yeah.
And their last act of defiance, like this internet thing, it's gotta go.
Wait, I got the perfect guy. He's from Verizon. We got you.
Look at that fucking smile. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got a
smile
Reese's
from the
mug.
internet.
But I mean, it's just I think it was it shows very poorly on us.
As citizens or
citizens because we elect these people.
Yep.
As the country because it's broadcast and where people are watching like this is what you guys think about this? Like, this is how serious it is to you? Because if you watch that, it's not serious. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a fucking farce, and it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, and Ted Cruz.
it's not even an intended farce.
It's not, that's the worst part. It's not an intended farce, and they're seriously asking these questions that have nothing to do with anything Zuckerberg. And it's like painful to watch Zuckerberg because I'm not on his side, but I am because I can see the pain in his eyes when he's like, "That's not even a relevant question to what I do or what we're talking about."
He's got that look that it's like, no, Mom, when I say to click the icon, leave the mouse on the desk, you just move the pointer. You don't put the mouse on the screen.
She's like, my hand's on the screen, but it's not clicking. What do I do now?
Yeah.
Get out.
Or there was one of the clips of the video where he was the senator asked him a question about advertisements.
Yeah.
And then he was just kind of point blank like, we sell you advertisements. Like,
No, because he asked,
how do you make
make money?
Oh yeah, how do you make money?
Yeah.
He's
Sir,
like,
it's ads. Like,
he's like, we have ads, Senator.
You
Yeah.
ever watched TV before?
Yeah.
Like,
You ever seen a commercial? It's embarrassing to us.
It is. It should be,
It's
yeah.
disgusting.
this is the most powerful
an
country on the
embarrassing.
planet.
Yeah, exactly.
And we don't even know what fucking
An embarrassing wake up call.
how websites make money. But whatever. I digress.
All right, so again, not going to use the whole hour again on this Facebook stuff. I just wanted to point that out. It was kind of funny. But this week,
Can we talk about what a pizza is?
oh yes, and then we'll talk about our main topic that we put off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Where the fuck is Wikipedia?
All right, so for those of you who are not in the know, and if you have been watching since day one, remember, this is episode 40. So if you do not
is
know
episode
by
what?
now,
140.
You said 40.
I said 140.
He also
Did I
missed
say
the
40?
memo on the hat. So,
So-
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Okay. This is episode 140, which means if you've been watching from day one, you should know that Doxy does not like cheese. And if you don't know, shame on you. But it's
Really, you shouldn't know. But anyway.
You should, because it's an ongoing joke.
Yeah.
Doxy does not like cheese. Well, Zenify, who's kind of around, I don't know if he's in camera, but if not, he's around.
He is in
He's like in
camera.
the aether.
He's hiding.
He's right
Yeah,
behind
he's
my
hiding.
shoulder.
So Zenify offered to treat the shop to pizza tonight. So he brought in 4 pizzas and a whole bunch of little cinnamon bites and whatnot. Really
it
cool.
was really cool of
And I
him.
want to say thank you, Zenify.
Yeah, thank you.
really
Thank you
cool,
very
thanks.
much.
But I don't know why he did this. He
Because he's
compromised
a kind and considerate friend.
to get a cheeseless pizza for Doxy. Now, here's where the debate starts. Is a cheeseless pizza pizza?
No.
A cheeseless pizza is pizza because it's called a cheeseless pizza. Bazinga!
You mean it's called a breadstick?
It's called. Who calls it a breadstick?
Everybody who doesn't.
Go to Domino's or wherever you order your pizza from and ask for a breadstick and see if it comes in a box like that.
It's a circular breadstick.
Nah, it's a pizza.
Allow me to read the dictionary definition of pizza. Pizza, pronounced pizza. Noun.
Oh.
Noun.
He should know that
Pizza.
because he's
Plural
Italian.
noun. Pizzas. Definition: a dish of Italian origin consisting of a flat, round base of dough baked with a topping of tomato sauce and cheese. Typically with added meat or vegetables.
Furthermore, it can also be topped with additional vegetables, meats, and condiments, and can be made without cheese.
No, it can't.
Oh, that's a whole.
That's
From the same
Wikipedia.
article.
That's
That's
a whole.
hold on.
That's a whole
Let's
thing
see.
right
Let's
there.
see who added this. I bet you it's your name on the contributors.
I got secret Wikipedia ghost accounts and whatnot.
All right, how many people in
Really
the
do.
audience agree with Doxy that there is such thing as a cheeseless pizza?
You can see it. So
As
it
you can
exists.
see, nobody.
All I
No.
want to say is I'm very glad about
That's
that.
that's sauce bread. That's
That
not
means-
pizza.
All this means to me is that
That's
I get
circular
less
sauce
pizza for
bread.
myself. I have to share less with you miscreants. So I'm
Oh,
okay
I
with
almost
that.
had I almost had everybody eat your pizza.
I would have fought you.
That would have been my goal of the week or
If
my triumph.
If I came to this show and there was no pizza for me, but there was like 6 cheeseless pizzas, I would have went home. I
You
would've
wouldn't
turned
have
around.
really.
Boy, don't play with my food.
You wouldn't have really. He wouldn't have really. All right, so is that it for the debate? Just it's still kind of up there. Is this like a ninjas
not
versus
a
pirates
fair.
thing?
I'm gonna post this everywhere. Oh God, I can't wait.
I don't think it's a pizza.
You like pizza?
I think cheese is kind of required.
It's sauce bread if it doesn't have cheese on it.
As I said, I'm just glad
It's
you
a,
guys won't
it's
eat
a
any
saucy
of it.
bread.
It's a delicious saucy bread.
Oh, by the way, for Google Takeout, you have to, if you have multiple Google accounts, because I have like 6, but if
What?
you have multiple ones, you have to do it for each account separately.
Oh, you
Oh,
can't.
sure.
You can't get like a giant data package
yeah,
of all.
no.
of them. Okay. Yeah.
So
all right.
just FYI.
Speaking of Google, did you guys see that Google lost their case in the EU?
Oh, I did see something like that of a headline.
Right to forget.
Yeah, the right to forget.
Yep.
Yeah,
I saw something like that of a headline, but I don't know what the details were. So
the rough version of it is basically that in Europe, Google has to forget people if they ask them to.
right,
You know,
okay.
the right to be forgotten. Like, you know, hey, this thing that's on the internet about me committing this crime, don't index that anymore, or don't put that up there. You know, because that was a long time ago. It's not relevant anymore. I pay my debt to society. You know, leave me alone.
right.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Well, as far as criminals and crimes and whatnot,
Well, no,
ju-
just
I'm
in
talking
general
like-
the right to be forgotten.
Just in general,
I think is what he
yeah.
was.
Or you had a business that went under, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, all that. Yeah,
You
all
know.
that stuff is fine within reason, but I think some of that stuff should be accessible by, how do you
You
say
think
it?
so?
Like by people it would concern. Like everyone doesn't need to know that you've had failed businesses, but if you're trying to get loans and whatnot, that
Yeah.
information should be available. Everyone should know about your past crimes, but if you're applying to certain positions, they should have access to that information. You know.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I can see where you're going with
That's
that.
all. I mean, all that stuff shouldn't be expunged forever just because it's been 5
So-
years and you say forget about it. Like there should be certain
So
things that are
you're
kept around.
thinking that there are aspects of
That should
your
not be
private
forgotten.
information that should be kind of like public record then.
not public record.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's public.
Oh, the public record. Yeah, get it out of there. Nobody
Yeah.
needs to know.
Yeah,
Right.
so it was public record.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Public record, get it out of there. But like to certain concerned parties.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I
Keep it
mean,
there.
I think we have a differential there too with sealed records and other stuff. So
Sealed
anything
records-
sealed, nobody can access.
Right.
Even
Except for
people.
with the cord order, right? I don't know how that works.
I don't
think so.
No,
think
well,
so.
well,
'Cause
with
someone
this-
has to be able to access it if it's sealed.
No,
right?
no. With the sealed record, like for instance, if you're a minor and your record is sealed at 18,
Yeah.
I don't think that can be accessed by anybody afterwards.
I think they have to. I think there has to be like.
Not a lawyer.
I don't want to say a special reason, but there needs to be like some not probable cause. What the fuck is the term?
Maybe if you commit another crime,
Like
they
it can't be
they can-
accessed by like employers or whatever, or anybody who's like, hey, give me information on John Doe.
Right.
Well, yeah. Like if you have unless it's different for government background checks, but if you're like doing a regular background check for a regular private sector job.
Sealed records are sealed.
Oh, sealed or sealed? Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't know
Sealed
that
is
either.
sealed.
But I knew that in the private sector, if your records were sealed, that won't be available to them in a background check.
But
So-
I don't think your entire record can be sealed. I think it's parts of it that are sealed.
we'll have to find clarification because I don't know.
I have no idea. We're just talking.
But
about
it's still
nothing.
interesting though.
Yeah.
But you were seeing that in Europe though, not of course here in the U.S.
Right, but at least then they will have to have the technology to do it. So then it's at least on the menu. You know what I mean? Like,
On
hey,
the takeout menu.
Hey,
I see what you did there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with
IoT.
the pizza debate, I think, because it's going to be a ninjas versus pirates thing.
it'll come up when you least expect.
We brought up the Google thing. We brought up
always
the
seems to.
hilarity of Facebook and government not understanding exactly what it does. So we've put this topic off for about a week or two. So let's see if we can get to it. The Internet of Things.
What do you like, or what do you want to talk about the Internet of Things, Chen? I feel
Okay.
like you really wanted to talk about this for a long time.
Well, I just want
Like
to get
2
the
weeks
topic
or
off
so.
the table.
Yeah.
I just want to get the topic off the table.
There we go.
All right.
Okay,
Get that thing
so
off
first of all, let's talk about the term Internet of Things. I don't
Okay.
like it.
Why?
Don't like it.
Okay, because I feel like this
Would
laptop.
would Internet on things be better?
No. Okay, this laptop is a thing, but it's not considered a internet. It's not considered a thing on the internet in the sense of an IoT device, because it's not a wearable. It's not a sticky push button on the wall
Could
that
be.
you use to order toilet paper.
Okay.
It's not a smart refrigerator or a smart
Is
TV.
a smart
It's
refrigerator considered an IoT device?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I
it's
would.
not a smart toaster. Well, what this is in a conventional term, it's a computer.
Sure.
Right. So when you're thinking about IoT devices, you're not thinking about this as a thing on the internet. So I don't like the term IoT because I don't think it's all encompassing, and I think it's just kind of
I think what this is a communication device,
yes.
and IoT devices are not communication.
So what would you
devices.
define as an IoT device?
Anything you can't communicate on.
Actually, I got one. I would say an Internet of Thing device is a thing that doesn't need to be on the internet, but isn't anyway.
Okay, I can
But-
see
but
that.
no,
but I
seriously,
mean,
though,
security
like-
cameras are considered IoT devices now, like smart security
yeah.
cameras.
Do they need to be on the internet?
If you're trying to access them remotely, because like the DVR systems aren't really. I mean, they're still around. Don't get me wrong, but like I see that they're not going to be a thing in the future because your DVR system will be, for instance, your Google Drive folder that you've designated as your surveillance folder,
Right.
or it's not going to be a DVR in the sense of like a box with a hard drive in it that's holding your TV shows or your, it's different. I think it will be different in the future.
Yeah, because surveillance information about your own property should obviously belong on someone else's property.
Of course.
I'm not condoning it. I'm saying that.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway,
So what would you rather they be named?
see, I don't know. I just don't
Kevin.
like.
Kevin? Let me get one of them.
No, there's another thing too. Another reason why I don't like the term Internet of Things is because I think it was kind of lazy in its naming convention. And like, for instance, when they say let's break all the things, or let's hack all the things, or eat all the things, or anything, all the things. I'm so sick of that phrase.
Why?
Do you hear that
Why?
often?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't sound like something.
Do you
that,
say that? I don't think I've ever heard that. All the things.
Yeah, see, thank you, great,
I saw
yeah.
it.
Dude.
I saw it in memes 5 years ago, but I haven't seen it in real life in a very long time. Like I remember the.
I'm just saying it's out
the
there.
meme with the person with the broom handle, or
Yeah.
whatever it was. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was. Whatever
Yeah,
that meme was.
Clean all the. Oh no.
Was that the original?
Oh, I'm gonna find it for you.
No, I mean I've seen it before.
I thought it was a matchstick. I didn't know it was
No,
a broom.
it's a broom.
oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
it's a broom. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
She was talking. Oh yeah, sweet. There it is.
Clean up. They don't see. They're listening. They already knew what you were looking for.
Oh, cool.
Boom.
Thank you, kind listener. All right. So, well, do you guys have an opinion on it? Like, do you
On
think
IoT devices?
Where do you think it's going to go in the future? Is it going to leave us open for security? Of course it is. But how so? How's this going to evolve?
We've already seen they were the cause or the source of one of the largest DNS attacks, right? A year ago?
I believe so. Yeah,
2 years
that
ago?
was based off of, or those were all IoT devices that were
It was like a large number of
compromised.
IoT devices that were used.
Well, do you want to go community Mike first, or you first?
Well, so yeah, go ahead.
That's a Mirai botnet.
Oh, the Mirai.
Yeah, that was like last year.
Yeah.
Oh, with the DNS?
Yeah,
okay.
the DDoS. Yeah, the mass. That was what first attacked Brian Krebs.
Yeah,
The massive takeover of IoT devices.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was Mirai.
So here's the thing. I think that, remember earlier we were talking about how clueless the senators were?
Yes.
A lot of the CEOs at the companies that make IoT devices, they're the same age.
Absolutely.
And they make the same stupid decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need a password. Users don't like passwords.
The CEO of Samsung, he's like, I want a screen on my refrigerator. And he's like, what the fuck do I got to put a password in for? Who would use this? And he's like, just put it on there. Boom. Done. Decision made. No passwords. Easy.
Oh, no.
Get in there.
No, this is real fun. I'm going to try to obfuscate the information of this.
Takes out
But-
Iran.
What's that?
And then that refrigerator takes out the country of Iran.
Oh, well, day ain't over yet. We'll see.
He was armed with a refrigerator. Oh,
Assault-
that would be so funny. Can
assault
you
with
imagine
a
that
deadly
headline?
freezer. What's that?
Can you imagine that headline?
Yeah.
The internet was attacked today. The hacker was armed with a refrigerator.
mean-
running last year's firmware.
Silicon Valley did it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, so there was a company that made a device that went in thousands and thousands and thousands of people's homes. And they decided, this was at a former employer of mine, they decided that they would hard code the IP address.
Ooh.
We had to move our facility from one place to another. So all of those were bricked pretty much. Actually, we figured out a way around it. We basically had to rent space where we were leaving, and
Oh, you did it forward?
Oh yeah,
wow.
No, it was a hot mess.
Was there any way for a user to change?
No. It was a piece of hardware.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was hard coded to that IP
Who
address,
made that genius decision?
and that's my point.
Wait, like the IP was like flashed into like an EEPROM or something like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, not changeable in any way, shape, or form. And hundreds of thousands of installations of this thing, right?
Jeez.
And
Did they confuse MAC address and IP address?
I have no idea, man. But that's kind of where I'm getting with this. Those same senators, that age of people, is who made the decision to freaking hard code the thing. Oh, do we want a URL on this? Just hard code it. Screw it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's like, what's
I
the
want to
easiest
open
way
the
to
box
get
and
it?
use it.
Yeah, exactly. What's the
Yeah.
easiest way to get it from the box into the consumer's network, or not even network, just for them using it? And
Yeah.
they're like, hard code the IP, so you don't have to worry about it. Done.
Okay, so
Done.
do you think that future IoT devices are going to have hard-coded
Yes.
passwords and usernames?
Yes.
Even after learning their lessons from the Mirai bot?
Was last
Well,
time-
I mean, whenever we talk about this, I always feel like I'm repeating myself because
Absolutely.
I think IoT devices should come out of the box with a forced password reset. Force the user to set a password.
Well,
I feel like
right.
we've been saying that for 2 years.
But
Yeah.
I think
No
it
one
is
listens
going to
to
go in
us,
that
though.
direction because look at how
I mean, even
wireless routers have changed, or like your home
Wireless
router.
routers, yes, but when was the last time you bought an IoT device?
I mean, even if you allow just like a
like last month.
5-character password that doesn't require like a capital letter or a number, it's just you could have 5 lowercase a's. Even if you allow that, that's still one extra step that people who want to make these botnets have to take.
Right.
Have to
I
counter
mean,
for.
so you bought one last month. Was there?
Okay, so what I'm saying here with the wireless router though is like, okay, if you bought a Linksys router, like let's say wireless B or G, 8 to 10 years ago, it came open. There was nothing on the box, and it was a default password, right? Admin or whatever, admin password, whatever that may be. So the username and passwords were not hard coded, and there was no security. But now, when you take today's wireless router out of the box, it still comes with the default password, but it comes with WPA2 a passphrase already in there. So we see that at least with routers, they've learned somewhat of a lesson. Like there's a preemptive measure out of the box. So what makes you think that other IoT devices won't follow that trend?
Cost.
Cost to what?
Yeah.
Cost to the companies for them to force users to change passwords and stuff. The more, well, I don't know. I imagine the more work it is for a consumer to begin using a device, the less they're going to want to buy that device.
Also, typically, grandma would be fine buying a fridge with the screen on it, but she probably won't buy a router or have someone else hook up the router for her.
Yes.
Like routers are, I think, intrinsically geared towards at least someone with a limited amount of technological mindset.
Yeah.
Whereas IoT devices are meant for everyone to use right out of the box.
Plug in a light bulb
But
and
I
it's
think-
ready to go.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of.
pops up on
It's
your
a
phone.
speaker. No, it's a
I
speaker.
see what you guys are saying, but I think there are a lot of older people who are, like, they're not out and out saying, I want to buy a smart refrigerator. They tend to be coaxed into buying a smart device by the younger generation, either their kids or grandkids.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I mean,
Okay, how many old people do you guys know that tout like, oh, I still have a flip phone with 9 buttons on it?
I know.
How
I know
many-
one
how
person in
many-
particular.
how many
You see where I'm
grandparents-
going with this?
No, I
Like,
don't.
I
I'm sorry.
feel like an IoT device that like syncs photos on like a frame,
Oh,
digital
yeah,
frame
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
their phone. That appeals to older people.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just using the refrigerator as an example, but I see your point.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at least from what I've run into, the elder folk have like this mentality that, oh, the refrigerator is meant to keep things cool. My current refrigerator is working. Why would I need a Samsung refrigerator with a screen on it?
come I can't see my internet mails on the ice box no more?
But do you see what I mean? Like, they don't.
Like, oh, so you think like they're not the ones buying it?
I think they're not the ones inclined to buy it until they're convinced by their daughters or sons or grandsons.
And along with that, I think you're overestimating the use case of the general population, even the younger crowd. A lot of people are not as tech inclined as we are, as hard as
That's
that is
true.
to believe.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, think about all the people that buy their iPhones and their Mac, and they're like, "This is it. It works, and I'm done."
Yeah.
That's as far as in a setup as I'm gonna go.
And,
Like,
I mean,
that's
a lot of
that's
those
a
people-
large portion of people.
Their
Let me
freaking
ask-
ringtone is still Kalimba.
let me ask real quick: how many people have a default password on their laptops right now, or when you turn it on, does it go right to your desktop?
No, mine has a
No,
password.
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 Everything in my
Password.
life has a
Okay.
password.
All right, but
Even this watch has a pin on it.
but I feel like we're the outliers.
Oh, absolutely. Like I see people all the time, like at work that aren't in the IT
Yeah,
field or
we're-
whatever. They open it up and it's just pop pop right in.
Don't get me wrong, we're definitely a very bad sample size.
And then those younger people that like the convenience of stuff just working and like being unencumbered with passwords and whatnot are the ones like, oh, a smart TV. I can watch TV. I mean, I can watch TV on my fridge or whatever. Then they don't want to deal with all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Can you imagine somebody getting a glass of water? Or sorry, I'm sorry, I said back. Can you imagine somebody getting a glass of water though, and they're just stuck on the TV, and they're just like pushing the thing
would be
in to
me.
get water,
Yeah,
and
man.
just like starts pouring on their hand. They're like, oh shit! Like
Anywhere,
they're so
anywhere you can get eyeballs.
I've done that without a screen on my fridge.
you just
No.
zoned out,
Yeah.
like just staring at
Yeah.
what's like magnetized to the.
trying to count all the bumps on my fridge door. 1, 2. Oh,
Oh shit, my hands wet.
That's a fast.
See, and BGM doesn't need a screen because he's distracted with
no,
other
I'm
things.
just a slow ass counter.
Yeah. But I think that's something that's not talked about enough. Actually, speaking of, we talked about older people, but
Water spigots do need to be faster. You're
water
right.
spigots do need to be faster. First and foremost,
Yeah.
it takes way. It's 10 seconds is too long for my glass to fill up with water.
And not to disparage like older people, but I mean there are a lot of young people who are technologically
That's very true.
Yeah.
illiterate. But
that's what I
I
wanted to say, yeah.
But in my head, the first person I think of is Grandpa trying to get that newfangled photo album to connect to his computer. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I have I mean, definitely it is probably an older person that comes to mind first when I think of people who are not so inclined with tech. But in my day-to-day experience, I see a lot of people that like I work with, whatever. Like, hey man, like what is this? I'm like, it's like, how do you like connect a printer or just simple stuff like that? I'm like, what? The big ass button label printer, you just connect it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's say things are just open out of the box. You plug them into the internet and they're ready to go. On the other side, I want to see, as time goes by, I want to see how much data we can scrape.
From their refrigerator.
Right. Well, because like they're obviously.
You're going to be war driving for fridges.
I mean,
That'll be an article, right? Or that'll be a talk, right?
Yeah.
Because think about all these devices they're going to be broadcasting some sort of user agent or some sort of identifying string of what kind of technology
Chin's
they're
fridge.
using, right? Yeah, exactly. Like Samsung fridge version 2 owned by Chenbox or whatever, right?
AKA Anton. Yeah.
Yeah. AKA what?
Silicon Valley.
Oh, sorry.
I just really want to watch
Oh,
Silicon
yeah,
Valley.
yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
sorry.
remember that episode. Okay, but my point is, with more devices comes more scrapable data, and I think that's where I'd like to see.
But I mean,
what happens?
Hold on, sorry, isn't that a problem we have now? Why would you want more scrapable data?
Just because I like to scrape data. Like,
But I mean, that's a huge. that's like the whole crux of all. I mean, that's all the problems we have right now is because of scrapable data.
Right.
I think there's So when it comes to like two different aspects of cybersecurity, I think you have like the OWASP and pen testing side where you're testing applications, and I think you have a threat. No, well, more than two, but then you have another threat of what kind of data can be scraped and what can be extrapolated from what seems to be arbitrary and innocent.
Here's a like off the top of my head. Just imagine someone has a smart fridge and they use this smart fridge to order food and supplies when they get low and stuff. Like maybe it like automatically orders whatever, and then you notice one week it doesn't automatically order. You can assume that they're not in the house that week because they don't want deliveries or something. They're on vacation.
Right.
That house can be robbed then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always data to be scraped, and there's always information from that data that can be extrapolated. So the more devices you have in the IoT space,
I'm just confused as why you think this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, for
he wants
security.
to be the one scraping it.
He
security
wants
research.
to know when he can go get the milk.
security
cookies.
research, okay?
I love me my OS int.
Community mic.
Well, you could already do that now without a fridge, because think about your Nest or your EcoBees. What happens when you say, I want to go on vacation? You set it to vacation mode.
Exactly.
You can put in a date that, from this date to this date, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
Drop my, thermostat down to 62 or whatever, right? If you can get into that, you know exactly when.
Yeah,
That's true.
And then and when the house is going to be empty. You know precisely when if you wanted to.
You know how you have to
Yeah.
dress to
Yeah.
steal from the house. What kind of coat you need.
Right.
You just
So-
see if they have an August smart lock and an Alexa, and you yell really loud through the window, "Hey Alexa, open the door!"
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's a great idea. I'm going to go walking around my neighborhood now. Alexa! Alexa!
I apologize in advance for everybody who has an Alexa that's watching this episode and their door's like click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Hey, Alexa, set the thermostat to 72. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that, Alexa. Stop.
So here's the thing. It's
Alexa, volume 15.
Alexa, add Greynoise to my favorites.
Ooh, I see what you did
Nice.
there. Wow,
I-
can do.
I don't think I don't think the problem's ever going to change because of one who's buying the things, which we kind of already covered, but also who's making the things. The people that are making the Internet of Things devices, they are making it to hit a price point.
Yes.
They're not making it for even the function that it's designed for. They're making it to a price point. And so that's how come some things like this, like IPs being hard coded, and that's how some of that crap happens.
Well,
It's because
you're talking about the companies. A lot of the companies that push out these IoT devices are illegitimate companies that just do lots of like copying and pasting
Totally.
from other
Absolutely.
sources.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get. Like if you go online and you just look for different types of smart light bulbs, ones that you can connect to with your phone and change the color.
Yeah.
There are so many no brand names, just so many like random ones out there, and I guarantee, even if there is a push from the major companies to start putting passwords on these things, those won't have passwords,
absolutely.
and those are the ones that people are going to end up buying.
It's just like the with the cheaper smartphones in like third world countries, how they don't do any security updates or anything because it just costs so much to do any of that stuff. It's just easier to just get rid of the phone.
Right. Oh, we got
More community mic.
So I think it was Apple HomeKit. They had like a requirement where if you had Bluetooth, you needed to do 4096-bit encryption. I couldn't remember, and they were making that minimum standard for all of these IoT devices. A lot of them couldn't do it because the processors weren't fast enough. So if they were trying to do encryption through Bluetooth, it would take like 5 or 10 or 15 seconds until it actually had enough processing power to decrypt it. And then
Wow.
finally do whatever commands you were supposed to. So it's just shitty, cheap hardware.
Yeah.
No,
And like you said, it's made to a price point.
Yep.
It's like how much can we make this for? $10. We can sell it for 50. Ship it.
I mean, even me, who I like to think I'm security conscious. I definitely don't want a 15-second delay when I'm trying to change the colors of my lights.
Absolutely not.
Right.
But okay, so it sounds very bleak right now, but you don't think there will be any sort of improvement towards security when it comes to IoT?
Where's the incentive?
There's got to be.
Where's the incentive?
Where's the incentive?
Exactly.
Where do you think it's coming from? Like who would?
So the incentive
I
is,
think
of course,
the incentive. There is incentive in the devices not being compromised.
yeah, I think so too. Because so we already have an example of a botnet, the Mirai botnet, right? So I think there can be something that is bigger or grander on scale that would really impacts people, like not just companies, but people that use these devices. And I think that's where it's going to get recognition.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
it's the same thing as my feelings on the cloud. Like there will be some day where something happens, and that.
Why are you using air quotes? There will be a day when something happens.
Well,
he's using them for emphasis.
Yeah, no. That will be the day.
We know air quotes are our favorite thing.
Huh?
Air quotes are our favorite thing
We
on
love
this
air
show.
quotes. Yeah.
It's the best thing to do on an audio podcast.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Clearly. But I think that I definitely inflected enough to where you could hear my air quotes.
Right.
I mean, you could tell.
Oh yeah.
We put air quotes around the word here, by the way, for anybody listening to the show.
I thought he was putting air quotes around air quotes. Air quotes.
There you go.
If you would worn your hat.
God damn it! I really didn't know.
But
I think you guys are fucking with me.
maybe. So we damn it, now I forgot.
Too many air quotes.
Killing me.
It's like
So
an
now
Inception.
I want to go back.
Oh,
to
but
the,
there will be. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. There will be a day where something happens, and that day will be the marker between the before time and now. And then once that happens, people will probably wake up and say, "Oh, that was bad. We need to do something."
Yeah, once they find out that their light bulbs in their hues or whatever in the White House were secretly recording conversations.
And then I think also on top of that, so as for me, like the lack of incentive, and also it's such an abstract concept that some
security on IoT devices.
That it could be used against you in a sense. Like for a layperson, like let's say someone has that doesn't really understand tech, buys a smart light, they use it to change colors and stuff, and then someone's like, oh yeah, all those smart lights were used in that DNS attack. DNS attack? What the fuck? What is even that? Like, what does that mean to me?
Stop throwing letters at me.
Yeah, but what would that mean to a layperson who just has smart lights in their house so they can have like a funkadelic show?
Well, it's the difference between going to Hotmail or Hotmail.
Huh?
Well, you were saying attacks on DNS, so
no. Okay,
It's a little different than
no.
Penn Island.
The disconnect from.
I was gonna be like, let's go there. No, let's not.
You
see what I'm saying?
No, it's the disconnect from how their light bulb is affecting DNS and what even DNS is. They won't connect those things.
Oh my God! I just got an idea for some research.
Okay, but do you see what I'm saying?
He's going to Penn Island.
Penn Island.
No, but can you imagine? No. Here's the thing. Okay, can you imagine? So, like, for instance, Philips Hue lights, right? Mm-hmm. They go to like Philips.com to get their like requests. When I review my Pi-hole logs, they're constantly requesting that URL, like thousands of times a day, thousands of times every like 12 hours or so, right? Just
sending data back to Philips.
Exactly, back and forth.
This guy likes purple. You should send him more purple ads.
But what if
why the hell
what if that DNS record was changed to do some other shit, right? Like no,
Like
he said attacks on DNS. Yeah, exactly. Like reroute to Penn Island or like I don't know.
So that your light is requesting Penn Island.
Yeah.
Or other things. I don't know.
So
I'm working on it.
So lights are doing a DDoS attack is where you're going.
Yeah, I'm hashing this
in your
out.
own house.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
But again,
No,
But-
I'm hashing this out.
it's such a disconnect. Like that wouldn't mean anything to a layperson. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well,
Like-
let's put it in terms of maliciousness then. What if you got into somebody's Philips Hue and you can change the URL that they constantly request? What's to stop you from changing it to some
Child porn
site?
Now they're responsible for that request.
Now people are their ISP is going to report them for
And-
going to these
and-
websites.
and-
Boom.
No,
Sorry for the clap.
No,
Yeah, don't clap on.
My bad.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
I'm just excited.
I feel like
People have got ears.
I know. I'll mute that. Sorry, guys.
But even so, I feel like you're not understanding like that people, for a layperson who just plugs it in and they want it to work because it pops up on their phone and they're like, oh, change light from blue to purple or whatever. They're like, how does my light bulb request websites? And that's a whole other tree.
I mean, yeah,
that's a whole other tree of information that they have no idea exists.
But I'm not addressing the end user here, though. Like what I'm saying is, there will come a point where these threats, such as the child pornography example, will affect the company that is producing these or that is making these products. What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to get something out. But you can't forget the end user is the number
end user
one
is
target for the IoT devices. The companies are going to keep the end user in mind because they want to sell the device to the end user.
And if that's
you
happening,
can't just throw the end user out. So if the end user doesn't understand what's going on, the companies
Right,
have
right.
to take that into account.
What I'm saying, though, is that the change in security will be when something like this affects
a large portion of their user
a large
base.
portion of their user base.
When something
but
happens.
something did affect a large portion of the user base last year during the DDoS attacks.
but it didn't affect them in the way that their ISP was reporting them for child pornography.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Is
no,
what I'm saying.
he's got a point though, like because that was a lot that was down.
Some
Cloudflare
It was like-
went down.
it was
crazy
Cloudflare, yeah,
terabytes.
It was
terabytes
half
of
the
data.
internet.
Cloudflare
Anyway,
went down.
sorry,
Yeah.
community
But you
mic?
see, you guys see where I'm going, though, right? Like
Yeah.
with the community mic.
Well, if all IoT devices are equally vulnerable, there's no incentive for anybody to increase security because they're all equally vulnerable.
It's
So-
kind of
Yeah.
like like all the gas stations offering the same price for gas,
Yeah.
regardless of what.
They're like, if Samsung's not fixing their security, why should I fix mine?
Well, and
It's like that guy's doing it for that price. I'm going to do it for that price too.
and to go along with what you guys were saying a second ago, like let's say
That's a
that the
good
light
point.
bulbs
Thank
are
you.
going to kitty porn. Let's say the light bulbs are going to kitty porn sites, right? Well, if that's the case, then all these people going to jail, they're not going to be able to go to Philips and be like, no, it was the light bulbs that went to the kitty porn place. It wasn't me. You know, you're not going to be able to make that argument
Why not? I mean,
because who's going to believe you?
MAC addresses.
To-
I mean, you could still kind of maybe tell outbound by the MAC address.
You're right, but to the general public,
Oh no.
they're just going to hear somebody's making a stupid excuse. That's what I'm getting at.
true.
So Phillips isn't going to have to do nothing. It'll just, oh, that guy, he's a pervy, whatever.
Yeah, but
And
then
then again, the user's not going to understand that their light bulb accesses websites.
Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that might actually now it's weird because it's coming back full circle because that might actually draw national news when they're actually found innocent because these light bulbs they found the light bulbs actually were going to these
maybe,
and now the media is going to cover is your light bulb looking up child
Also-
porn
Oh,
news
yeah.
at 8
Also,
Yeah.
remember, guys, whether we are an InfoSec podcast, a hacker podcast, or just a podcast with 4 guys on it, we still address it from a hacker perspective. So we're thinking about how to break such a device or how to utilize such a device. And I understand that that's not how everybody thinks. I'm just saying that it will still be these types of questions that shape the way IoT trends, I think.
Sure.
I honestly, as much as I want there to be like default passwords, I honestly don't think there will be because there's no money in it. They only go where the money is.
And
if there's money in user security, then they'll have more user security.
Yes.
And I feel like if it was a big enough thing that all of a sudden one day every Philips Hue light bulb started accessing kitty porn, it wouldn't do what we think it would do, or what you think it would do. Rather, I don't think that would send a huge spike towards security for the Philips light bulb division. You know, like I don't think that's what's going to the result of that.
It might. I mean, that would draw national news.
It
They
would.
They would need to do. I mean, of course, they need to keep the consumer mind and everything else. But if they need to save face with PR,
This is true.
they'll need to do something.
I feel like they would discontinue that line. No, that's true. That's crazy. That's a lot of
No,
money.
They probably-
it's nothing but usually it's nothing but a firmware update when it comes to, like, I think since I've had, yes, I do have a Hue Philips system.
What's your IP address?
Shut up.
And
No.
and I don't want to make it seem like I'm against security. Like I would love for all of them to have baked in, some sort of security, not default passwords and whatnot. Just as far as the likelihood of it, I think is pretty low at the moment.
What about? And I mean, like, if they are going to do security, and I'm just gonna, hypothesize here, and I feel like it needs better brains than me. But
Go ahead, man. Hypothesize.
What if they could do? What if they can do something like a one-time key almost, where the first time you connect your phone to the device, there's a key exchange there, and then there. Now you can always connect it, but nothing else really can connect it until you go in and you change a setting. I need to add another phone, or I need to add another thing.
Kind of like WPA, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But just like a one-time pad doesn't require the user to actually enter a password. It's all done digitally. Just a random hash that generates from your phone and the device. I mean, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, so I will say that I get where you guys are coming from when it comes to like a cost-benefit analysis. I just think that we will reach that point. Like that, I think that point where there has to be that question, or there has to be an answer to that question. I think that is inevitable in the way that things are shaping. I think it will come. I don't know when, but I think there will come a point.
When the cloud dies,
Well,
according to Satchel.
especially when DDoSes are in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of terabytes.
That's already happened.
I mean, that was the Cloudflare attack.
that's
No,
already
no, I
happened.
know.
That's why we talked about the Cloudflare
Right,
DNS
right.
last week. I was like, well, I just hope there's no IoT thing going on.
Right, but I think okay. Let's say when DDoS attacks such as that becomes more commonplace, not a one-off instance or not a,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
All I'm saying is that it's inevitable. Like things like this will happen more frequently.
So what would you call it if not Internet of Things? Going back to when you said you
Okay,
hated
full
it.
circle.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I just don't like that name. But I don't know.
Do you think?
What about
it's a-
Internet of Devices?
IOD?
UOD, man? You need to get some help.
I was trying to work in IOU in there somewhere, but no, I wasn't.
Internet
coming
of
up.
Utilities? No.
Yeah.
Nah, take
No,
it back.
fine.
Nah, take it back.
No.
Okay, I think they're using things because that's something a fourth grader could understand, right? Oh, it's an Internet of
What
Things.
about the web of connectivity?
walk?
The walk.
That makes me think of Spider-Man or Chinese food.
Why does it,
Okay,
wait,
Doxy's
why
hungry.
does it make you walk?
Did
Walk,
we eat
yeah.
all of his cheeseless pizza? Guys, I'm counting on you.
Don't make me put hands
Dude,
on
it's
you.
not cheeseless pizza, it's sauce bread.
All right,
Say
did
what it
everybody
is.
finish the breadsticks?
Oh! I want to talk about our lightning round idea.
Ooh, yes.
Oh.
Well, no, let's talk about that off the show. Let's
Oh, okay.
keep that a surprise.
Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
All right, no, we'll tell these guys after, but yeah. Okay, so speaking of lightning round,
Did you guys have like a lunch meeting?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day
yeah,
of our
every
No,
lives.
I mean like about
I mean, we don't eat lunch together every day. That's
the
weird.
lightning round.
You didn't tell him about the hat thing.
He was in chat.
dude, I really don't remember reading anything about hats. I would have worn my hat.
Dude, you were like, haha, okay, cool. You were like, you replied.
Do
to
you
this.
just do you just type things in chat and not really read it?
I think so.
I think so. Sometimes I'm just like, ha ha ha, this is what is on my mind, and then I walk away. Like, I really think that's what I do. In fact, I think back in the old IRC days, when I was on another channel, some of the guys in that channel were all like, Chen, this isn't Twitter.
Because you were just tweeting your, like
No,
you were just
'cause I was-
typing your
That's what I
thoughts.
thought this morning. I
No,
was like,
seriously, I was doing drive-by like comments. I was like, I'm working on this, and then like I'd be silent for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You still do that.
yeah, you did
Oh.
that this morning.
You are the most difficult person to have a
There
conversation
was
with.
one time in chat you were like starting to say something. You're like, I'm driving. I'll get back at this when I get home, and you never got back to that topic. You
And
never did.
I'm positive that's happened more than once. I'm positive.
I feel like I would have remembered that.
Would you?
Actually, that-
you
yeah.
don't remember the hat thing from this morning.
Did we really say hats?
Yes, dude.
Okay, I got to review that. All right.
Because it's windy. I didn't want to do my
No,
hair, so I
touch-
was like,
touch
I'm
my
gonna.
hair.
wear
I would have worn
We
my
talked
Golden
about
Knights
this.
hat
I was
then.
like, I'm gonna wear my hat.
We've already discussed this, dude, many times.
All right. For those of you who don't know, Vegas is in the hockey play, or the Stanley Cup playoffs. So
How are they doing right now?
1-0.
You still got an ear in?
Oh, I check it every now and then because I don't
Okay.
want to be rude. Yeah, it's still 1-0. Anyway. All right. So lightning round.
So did you just pull the scores up on your phone?
Yeah.
And you have the thing in your ear? Why
Yeah.
not just do one or the other?
Because I like to hear both. Or
You like
hear
to-
both. I like to just I'm paying attention. I'm trying to pay attention to you, man. Shut up.
Okay. All right, dude.
Okay, I'm getting too defensive. Obviously, I'm guilty. All right. So
There was no collusion.
no, no collusion with the Stanley Cup playoffs. Okay.
Did you see the series of tweets the other day about that?
Oh,
like
man.
where,
Oh my God. All I can say is.
where
well, I'm not gonna say it.
he starts with a tweet pretty much threatening Syria with a missile launch.
Yeah.
And then then there's another tweet right after that doesn't sound like him. It sounds like somebody doing damage control. And then there's another tweet like 2 minutes after that completely negating the
No, I
damage
totally
control
meant
tweet.
it.
And then it like derails into no collusion, and then I'm pretty sure he threw a Hillary in there.
You gotta throw Hillary in there. It's not the day's not over unless you say something about.
I
someone
think there are
who shouldn't
daily
matter.
battles where they're like wrestling the phone away from him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
this tweet sequence really like sounded like that.
Yeah.
The second one didn't, because it was like calm and there was no exclamation points. And then the one right after, like 2 minutes after, it was
Give me that.
right back to what we're used to.
Yep.
All right, guys. Any more comments on the IoT?
Not for the air.
Not for the air. All right. So are we cool for the lightning round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, for those of you who maybe have not been listening for the past 140 episodes, because, this is episode 140, the lightning round, we are going to, in Fox's terms, we are going to head on over.
Surf on
no,
over.
No,
Surf.
I'm not. No. I was
Dude,
just joking.
you have to say
Surf.
surf on over in like a French-ish accent.
Today,
surf
we are
together.
going to surf on over.
That's
to,
not a French-ish
No, I'm-
accent.
That was terrible.
yeah, forgive me.
No,
Okay.
that's not the Montreal accent.
Oh, Jesus. I can't do that. All right. Okay, so we're going to zdnet.com/topic/security. We're going to read the top few headlines about security in general, or security as it pertains to information, i.e., information security. And we will give our tweets length of an opinion, but we want you to do your own research. We don't want to tell you how or what to think. You guys, do your own research. All right, who's going to go first?
Not me.
I will.
All right, Mr. BGM is going first. Are we ready?
Ready.
All right, cybersecurity, quote, or not quote, colon, don't leave it to your tech team or you'll get breached, warns data protection chief.
Damn, he's seen.
Hashtag security from a hacker perspective.
Okay.
He sounds like he just got burned.
Yeah.
Like a team just fucked up. He's like, God, don't fucking let these guys fucking, whatever.
Yeah, don't let these guys who know all about tech get to your tech.
I'll have a comment on that, though.
You should probably outsource it. That's probably the best thing to do with all of your
Outsource your
security.
cybersecurity.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
No. So, okay, I do have a little bit of a comment on here. So you have, everybody knows the term MSP, right? And then there's also MSSP,
Oh, yeah.
right? I do think, and I've seen this kind of in the industry. I'm sure you guys have too, though. Like, there's almost like a different mentality when it comes to people who are fixing your computer versus people who are securing your network.
I mean, there's a different set of skills.
Different set of skills, different set of mentality. So I think that's where this article is coming from. Don't let the guys who are fixing your printers also be in charge of. You see what I'm saying?
That's what they're saying. Okay.
Yeah, and
That makes
I would
sense.
completely agree with that article. If that's
That
the
makes
case.
sense.
Yeah,
All
makes
right.
sense.
All right, next article. Here we go. Android security. Your phone's patch level says you're up to date, but that may be a lie.
Well, as long as the numbers say it, I'm very open to the what's it called when it's not working, but it feels like it is with drugs.
Placebo?
Placebo.
Oh, placebo. Yeah.
Thank you. Very open to the placebo effect. I just care about numbers.
I wonder if this is all devices or just like Google specific devices
Or carrier specific.
or carrier specific. I'm curious about.
That's something I have to look into.
Very old operating system version, but I guess you could say the cupcake is alive.
Oh,
Oh.
I was going to go the opposite way and say, your Android has been updated to version 16. Wait, we're like on, is that Android Z?
Oreo.
Is that Android Z?
Is it Oreo? Did they?
No, we're on Oreo
They're
now.
on- yeah, we're on
Oreo
Oreo now. They're going to-
Popsicle's next. It's in development, right? It's in beta
Oh, they've
right
already
now.
named it? Oh, we didn't get to speculate.
I named it.
You named it Popsicle.
I named it. Popsicle.
Watch, it's going to be peppermint something.
Yeah, it's just going to be peppermint to piss stocks.
You guys
In
want to
fact-
do? You guys want to do a bet? You know how much I love betting.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet your other eyebrow.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
I think it's gonna be Pop Tart.
Could
Really?
be.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Pop Tart.
I could see it.
I'm
They
going-
did
I'm
the thing
going
with Kit Kat.
I'm more inclined with either popsicle or peppermint.
But
Anyway,
they've been
yes,
do-
I'll bet with
but
you,
they've
Doxy,
been
because I
doing-
want that other eyebrow.
They did Kit Kat, they did Oreo. They're not afraid to do brands.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna do Pop Tart.
But isn't Oreo?
But Pop-Tart is a
Oreo
Kellogg
brand.
product.
Oreo is a brand.
Was it what now?
Oh, but then again, Oreo's Nabisco. Never mind. Pop-Tart is Kellogg.
Yeah, they don't
yeah,
care.
it doesn't.
All right,
matter.
never mind. All right.
Kit Kat is Nestle. I don't see where you're going with
That's
that.
what BGM just said.
Okay, man. No, I said Nabisco. Oreo's Nabisco, so I said never mind.
I don't even know where you're going with the parent company thing. I don't know. That's a weird angle.
Never mind. All right, next one.
That's
Next
an
one.
angle that's not going to land the plane safely.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, nobody here is a sponsor. We're not sponsored by anybody. All right, here we go. Next one. After court battle, Russia finally bans Telegram app.
Is no Telegram if no singing.
Nice.
Okay.
I got nothing.
Nothing?
No.
They should use telephone.
All right. Well, I think Telegram is a Russian app, no?
It
is.
is. We
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
okay,
this
yeah.
last
Last
week.
week,
It's-
yeah.
It was made by the people who made Russia's biggest social network.
Oh.
Yep.
So I'm sure it's fine.
Well,
He's
I mean,
fine, he's fine.
if Russia banned it, then it might actually be secure.
Oh, they
It
banned.
might
Oh,
actually
yeah,
be
that's a
legit.
great point.
That's going to be my next handle, Russia Bandit. Like bandits, not band it. Bandit.
Like the Wet Bandits?
Yeah, it's like the wet bandit.
Like the wet band.
Okay, this is the 7th Home Alone reference I got today. What's going on?
That's weird.
No, he-
Seriously,
he
it's
referenced
like
Wet Bandits
the
last week.
craziest like Bader Meinhof frequency phenomenon going on in my head.
All right, Sinbad.
I just honestly talk about Home Alone and the Wet Bandits all the time. Every day of my life, actually.
Day.
Every day.
Like it was from different people too.
Or was it?
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, guys, let's do
How
it.
many of those contributors on the pizza Wikipedia article are you?
I promise I'm not fucks with ducks. All right.
I don't know.
Next one, here we go. CoinSecure looks like it's a company name. Not so secure. Millions in cryptocurrency stolen. CSO blamed.
Again. This is the problem with these like Coinbase type sites. No one's like holding the CEOs or CSOs accountable. They can
Well-
just walk away with your money. Don't give anybody your wallet, your Bitcoin wallet. Don't give them
Yes.
that. Don't give anybody that.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah, I'm just going to hand this guy that I don't know a whole bunch of money and walk away. I'm sure everything will be fine.
He'll take care of it.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this next article.
There is no oversight for these crypto companies, these cryptocurrency companies. So there's nothing stopping these people from taking your money and walking away.
Very true.
Yep.
All right, guys, let's make this one the last one. New Zealand to refresh cybersecurity strategy.
Because people are downloading all the Eminim.
Flig. Eminim.
So this is probably to keep people from pirating What We Do in the Shadows too.
100%. 100%.
And Lord albums.
I'm interested in why you're so interested in it.
Because my tweet length will be okay, so cybersecurity, right? I think their new cybersecurity strategy is just to have a Maori warrior in front of every like rack or every server that they have.
Just doing a haka every
Yeah.
time. That's their TCP handshake. Kamate. The other guy, kamate. God.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're just standing there in front of the stack, just like like being all tribal. Oh, that'd be so cool. I would totally support that cyber security strategy.
Pretty secure.
Yep,
I'm not getting near it.
exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well,
They would kill you with an
thing.
With words. So
With
real
words.
quick,
With kindness. With cuddles.
if the Maori are known for anything, it's their cuddles.
kindness
Yeah,
and cuddles.
you know. I mean,
So real quick, I said like there's no oversight on the crypto. Does anybody else find it weird that overlook and oversee sound the same, but they're opposites?
Okay, Velociraptor.
It just, when I said it, it just like I
He's
was
a
like,
Velociraptor. He's like this.
Sort of like how flammable and inflammable mean the same thing, right?
Why? Why is that? Why is
Because English is a dumb
Inflammable.
language.
No,
English-
that doesn't mean the same thing.
What is-
Inflammable?
No, what is it? It's flammable.
Inflammable?
yeah, and inflammable?
No,
they mean
inflammable
the
means
same-
you can't put on fire. Flammable means you
Pretty
can't
sure
put on fire.
inflammable means you can't. You can't.
No, they both mean the same thing.
I'm pretty sure they mean the same thing, dude.
I think he's right.
They both mean the
am I
same
just
thing.
am I just Chinese today and not English?
But overlook and oversee are opposites.
Wait, really quick, please. This is
They-
gonna bug the shit out of me. Can
They,
you define?
they literally both mean easily set on fire. Inflammable and flammable.
Yeah.
Why are they two different words for the same thing? I mean, I know why, but why?
No, that actually pisses me off now. I'm kind of mad. All right, anyway. Well,
Like
that
I
brings us
said-
to the end of the lightning round, which brings us
Simpsons had a joke on that, by the way.
to the end of the show,
Inflammable.
right? Okay,
Sure.
so as you can tell, we've run out of time, but never out of shit to say. So join us again next week, like every Friday night, 7:30 here at the Sin Shop. We are still the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace, even though our address is in Henderson, technically. So 1075 American
Oh, you
Pacific
didn't
Drive.
mention Crux.
Oh shit, son.
Oh, but you
Man.
did, so mission accomplished. I made you do it. All right.
Damn,
1075.
I got social engineered.
Damn.
I got social engineered.
Dag,
Yeah, I see what you did there. 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Remember, go to sinshop.org for more information on the shop. We do have Sciences Everywhere next Sunday on April 29th. That is from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. to 4 p.m. here at the shop.
Well, then it's not everywhere.
Well, it's definitely going to be here at least.
Oh,
It'll
all
be
right.
everywhere in the shop.
Oh,
Yeah, everywhere in the
oh,
shop.
ah.
Everywhere in the shop.
Great. Okay.
So, and remember, go to Greynoise for us. Go GREYNOI.se. My name is Master Chen.
My name is BGM.
This is Doxy.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
Good night, everybody.